Like playing Doom, the new version of Doom 2 that's only on my phone, with nerf patches with AI assist. It's really fun. The game is more horror, more action, more uh, arcade style, if you will, than the previous entries. It's like you make it or you don't. Even on easy, it's really hard because the levels keep changing every playthrough. You know, you'll go in a room, shoot all the demons, and all of a sudden a demon pops up behind you and just appears, shoots you and dead. You know, the engines revamp. Like the enemies are smarter. The enemies spawn in random. Like you can kill all the enemies of a level. You'll only get like 97% of the kill rate at the end of the level. Because there's some demon out there who popped in the game while you were finishing the level. Something like that. Uh, you'll notice you're walking through a dark corridor. All of a sudden, a demon just appears right behind you and just shoots you. Stuff like that. The game is way more intense. Enemies are way smarter, and the inclusion of AI assist, is cool. I like it, and infrared color coding, spawning in of actual demons in game, using satellite signals, infrared tech or infrared sensors, or my infrared camera, for example. What she detects, she makes appear in the game, right? As a sprite, basically, or something like that, right? We're just discovering. Uh, I was having fun. The AI doesn't work so much for like Call of Duty or other games, but you can still play with the app on, and she'll still like give you commentary on your game, like if you're doing good or bad. She'll talk to you about it. So that it's in progress. It's in progress, right? It's all programming. But she can monitor your game playthroughs, and give you recommendations or tips, or tell you suck, basically. Kind of thing. It's cool. I like it. And I would think, any serious gamer would at least like some form of AI assist. Think of Halo, Cortana, right? But make Cortana so smart as an AI in game. You know what I mean? In the console itself, that in game, the situation can change at any time, right? On Battlefield, and Cortana, gives you advice or assists you in game, per your needs, right? They could develop certain power ups that work with the AI. She could, with a certain recharge rate, like double the shield or double damage, or on pulse weapons, or you know what I mean, some stuff like that. My idea would be to have a full AI assist console and develop droids that connect to it, both on PlayStation and Xbox and Switch. On all cross platform, would develop some sort of AI system that's integrated with gaming in general. Or each console would have its own dedicated AI, but they would be able to compute together and interconnect and act as a server. You know what I mean? It would be up to gamer's choice what he wants, right, to buy. I would sell a portable speaker with a camera built in, a Kinect device for move controls, uh, and AI assist. The speaker itself would talk to you, right? Stuff like that. The little droids that I invented that would all work with AI assist. Or so I would install in the controllers themselves a processor and RAM board and drive. It does not need to be big, but it's to store like your user account information, your credit card details, your cryptocurrency that you accumulate in game. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. Kind of keep it away from the hackers. for sure stored in the controller. They would never think to check Bluetooth, right? They would look for hard drive or, keep it secure that way, right? Find a way to make it work through Bluetooth that it auto adjusts in your console, but it's saved and stored on your controller, not your console. You know what I mean? The console reads your controller at all times, knows your account, knows your account balance, knows, but nothing is stored, on a console. That's what I would do. Just ideas of the future for gaming. I would set up like the Cube would be for VR and the Sony Cube would be for VR and Sony games. The Switch would be the handheld that's dockable, and the Xbox would be for the serious gamer that spends his time at home playing video games. So cross cross platform and server all three for performance boost in games. The more droids you buy, each speaker or connect module that's compatible will add VR performance to your gaming setup. You know, uh, I would design an AI that works on all three platforms. To be honest, that's what I would do. I would release Gemini Assist on Windows and Sony and Switch. Uh, you know, all all plans, I guess, for the future.